How you doing? I would hope not.
Good afternoon, everybody. Today is Thursday, May the 2nd. My name is Judge Esparza. We have some writ hearings scheduled for this afternoon. We do not have a court reporter. If you're requesting a court reporter, your case will be reset for a later date. Not hearing any objections, we will go ahead and proceed. The first case we're going to call on the docket is C-1949-24-C, State of Texas versus Kenny Burgos.
Burgos, Judge.
Burgos, okay. You speak English, correct? Mr. Burgos is present in the courtroom. He is English speaking. Mr. Villarreal, this is your motion, sir. You may proceed.
Yes, Judge. The first thing I want to address is we had amended our writ to include lack of probable cause. I am withdrawing that part. Ms. De Leon emailed me the PC statement earlier today. I didn't have it, so I'm withdrawing that part, and we're just going to proceed on the bond reduction, Your Honor. So, Mr. Burgos, I have his parents on the line separate. They have not logged in if the court wishes to hear from them. So he's in custody with a 100 cash or surety bond, Your Honor, out of Mission PD for a burglary of a habitation. I'm not going to go over much over the facts. In my interviews with Mr. Burgos, basically what the PC statement indicates, Your Honor, is very accurate as to what occurred that Sunday morning. According to my interviews with Mr. Burgos, he had permission to stay at the apartment, visit his daughter. He came in on a Thursday. The only thing that we were going to add, Judge, is that on Friday, they went over to the beach. On Saturday, they're watching movies. And then this argument, as the PC statement basically follows, is what happened. And then the court has, I'm sure the court has reviewed the statement. But he's in custody with a 100,000 cash or surety bond, Judge. He is from Puerto Rico. He's a United States citizen. I filed 4 exhibits with the court. It's his birth certificate, his social security. They're blacked out, obviously, the numbers, and an address where he lives, an envelope with an address, which if he were to be able to bond out, he would be living in Florida, Your Honor. His father, mother, brothers, they live in Florida. He works maintenance at a Airbnb, and he does some music work, DJ, and he has some small production business, Judge. They've been trying to post the $100,000 bond. The witnesses would testify that they've been charged 50% of the bond. They have nowhere near that money because of the fact that he does live in Florida. And the most of the family will be able to come up with, Your Honor, is $1,000. As I indicated, I do have the mother available and the father, if the court wishes to hear from them, Judge. But if they would testify also that he has no serious felony convictions. He's currently under no court order, bond supervision, or any kind of parole from any state, Your Honor. In my interviews with Mr. Burgos, I understand he might have some misdemeanor arrest out of Florida. Graduated from high school in Jacksonville, Florida, Judge, and was going to start the Monday after the incident, was going to start a new job with Amazon, and obviously that didn't go through, Judge. So we're asking if the court would consider a 5,000 cash or surety, Judge, with conditions of no contact. Obviously, it is his daughter, but while this case is pending, we would abide by any protective order or any kind of order from this court, Judge. But they just don't have the money to post anything near 100,000.
Mr. Villarreal, are you retained on this case, or was he appointed?
I am retained, Your Honor, on the case.
Okay. All right. State.
Judge, I spoke to Mr. Villarreal. I understand that he initially, based on the facts, had permission to be there, but obviously that permission had ended. And then I'm actually very concerned about the facts of him trying to take the child and that situation. So I'd be opposed to a bond reduction. I can see from the TCIC and CIC, since it's not local history, it's hard to read. I won't, I mean, I'll say that I want to be like in all honesty with the court, but I do see it says like felony marijuana, felony robbery, and then I don't know what level of offense it is in Florida, but it says like burglary with assault or battery. So that here would be a felony, or, and then some like assault strangulation, which would also here be in the state of Texas a felony. I don't know the outcomes of that. I'm not certain. I don't see that he's had any trips. I can't really tell that from the TCIC, NCIC, but he does have some history, Your Honor. Additionally, the fact that his ties are to Florida would make me concerned that he is a possible flight risk, or he wouldn't be returning to the state of Texas. So I'm opposed.
Okay.
And it's
Raise your
been,
right hand, sir. Go ahead, Mr. Villarreal.
I'm gonna say, Judge, in my interview with Mr. Burgos, I understood he did have some arrests, but they were all dismissed. And again, Your Honor, it's a relationship. They were trying to make this relationship work, and it did not. And he understands the seriousness of any condition this court would impose, having no contact. He wasn't trying to take the daughter away, Judge. He was just, it was his last day, Sunday. In fact, the mother was gonna drop him off at 4 p.m. at the airport. She's the one that picked him up at the airport. He was just trying to, be the last couple of hours or minutes with her outside of the apartment. He wasn't going anywhere. He didn't have a vehicle. He was picked up at the airport. So, but again, he understands if this court will reduce the bond and impose conditions, he would follow them,
Okay. Raise your right hand, sir. You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Speak a little louder. State your name. How old are you, sir? A little louder, please.
25.
Do you have family other than your child here in Hidalgo County? How did you get here from Florida? Where in Florida do you live? What city? You need to speak a little louder. I know you can speak louder, so speak louder. I've already asked you twice. Who do you live there with? You have a house or apartment or what? Not on parole or probation right now? Do you have any pending charges in Florida? Mr. Villarreal, are you representing him just on this bond reduction, or are you representing him on the case?
On the case, Your Honor, let me just add that they lived in Florida. The mother and Mr. Burgos and the child were a family in Florida. She got a job in the Valley area, and that's why she moved with the child over here. This was the third time that he would come and visit on weekends, the child here in the Valley area. So they were a family out in Florida. She has a job. I think she does some kind of medical, works at a hospital or something to that in the medical field. So she got a job. So he would fly or drive down here to visit his child. And so she's also from Florida.
Do you know if CPS was called out there regarding this matter, Mr. Villarreal?
I don't believe so, Judge, because usually by now CPS would have visited him. And I visited with Mr. Burgos last night, and CPS had not gone by there yet.
Okay. I'm just gonna order no harmful contact with the victim. You can speak with her. If things get out of hand, you have a problem. You understand that? I didn't see a protective order issued, so I'm just gonna order no harmful contact. Court's gonna go ahead and reduce the bond to $7,500 cash surety. You will need to come back to Texas to take care of this matter at a later date. You understand that? You need to stay in contact with your attorney. If you change addresses over there or phone numbers, you need to give the new information to your attorney. If you do not show up when you have court, the order of arrest will be issued for you. You understand that? Anything else?
That's all we have, Judge. Thank you.
Nothing from the state, Judge.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Next case we're gonna call is C1960-24-L State of Texas versus Victor Cantu. You speak English, correct, Victor?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Cantu is present. Mr. Reyes, this is your motion. You may proceed.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Samuel Reyes for the defendant, Victor Isabel Cantu. Your Honor, he is a U.S. citizen, Judge. He would work at the refineries before this, Your Honor, and he was attended Donna High School. He does have 5 children as well. They're grown. But he is indigent, Your Honor. He's got no money in the bank or any assets. I'm court appointed on this matter. And Judge, if released, he would live with his mom in Alamo, Texas. He does have 2 bonds each, $15,000 cash or surety each. Judge, we're asking the court reduce those bonds. This is a charge of possession of controlled substance and tampering with evidence. Judge, we'd ask that the court set $1,000 cash or surety bonds on each.
Okay,
Judge, he has a prior TDC trip out of county, out of Corpus. It's a while back, but he also has some federal arrests also from some time ago. So I believe that the bonds are reasonably set, Your Honor. It's a 2nd degree and a 3rd degree, and $15,000 cash surety doesn't seem obscenely high. But
raise your right hand, sir. Swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes, sir.
State your name.
Victor I can do
You can put your hand down. How old are you, sir?
47.
What city do you currently live in?
Right now, it's in North Dakota, apartment, but right now, I'm staying right here with my mom, but came down.
Okay. If you make bond, you will have to come back at a later time to take care of these cases. What are you doing in Fargo?
I'm paying for CNH, contractors.
You live up there or you just go up there to work?
It's just like a contract, like, right now my wife is up there working, so she got a job there, so she's working right now. I'm like a contractor, I go, every time they call me, I go work.
Do you have a home down here?
Home, now, boss,
Who do you live with down here?
I'm
In what city?
right here now.
You have contact information for them, Mr. Reyes?
Judge, just that it's Alamo, Texas, Averisto Street in Alamo, Texas. I do have the sister number.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and reduce the bond on the tampering charge to $1,000 PR. And on the possession charge, bond will be reduced to $1,500 cash surety. Stay in contact with your attorney, you understand?
Yes, sir.
Anything else, Mr. Reyes?
Nothing further, Your Honor. May we be excused?
Yes, sir, thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, good luck to you, sir. Next case we're gonna call is C1952-24-F State of Texas versus Mario Villarreal. Mr. Villarreal, no habla inglés, ¿verdad?
No.
Mr. Villarreal is present. Mr. Esquivel, this is your motion. He is Spanish speaking. Just ask that you go slowly so that we can get the translation done. You may proceed.
Yes, Judge. Your Honor, Roel Esquivel for Mr. Villarreal. I did confer with him recently, not too many days ago. He was arrested on or about April 25th. He's been in custody since then. We did file this writ in an effort to reduce it. The present amount is right now, it's at 20,000. The state has agreed to reduce it to 5,000 cash or surety. if Your Honor would consider reducing it maybe even further to a cash or surety. He is a resident alien, and the bond company will probably require 100% of the bond, Judge. Would ask the court to consider reducing it to a reasonable amount.
I didn't see an ice hold on him.
I didn't, Judge. There was not one.
Okay. Is that your agreement, 5,000, Annalise?
Yes, Judge, that's what I was recommending, Your Honor.
Raise your right hand, sir. You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
How old are you?
65.
You were arrested with 4 grams of cocaine? Or are you gonna kill yourself? You make bond, make sure you tell them what I said, Adrian? I'm gonna reduce your bond. Also gonna order drug testing. Your probation. I'm gonna call you to go in and get drug tested. That means no drugs, no alcohol. If you don't show up, I'll put you back in jail. If you come back dirty for drugs or alcohol, I'm gonna put you back in jail. Do you understand that?
Yes, understood.
Bond will be reduced. $3,000 cash surety. No drugs, no alcohol, sir. Random UAs. Anything else, Mr. Escobar?
Not on this case, Judge. Thank you very much. Mr. Villarreal, please call me if you get out.
Mr. Escobar, you have one more case. It's C 1838-24-A, State of Texas versus Felicia Jimenez. Ms. Jimenez was housed out of county, and for some reason, she was not transported today. I don't know if you've had an opportunity. She has been in custody. I'm showing 93 days.
Your Honor, if I may, this is the second writ I filed. The first writ I filed, the bonds were reduced to $2,500 apiece. She still cannot make bonds. She's a U.S. citizen. To my knowledge, she has no prior history. I don't know if the state can verify that for me. This is truly a case of being in the wrong place at the wrong time. The drugs were found at her boyfriend's house, and the other drugs were found in the car. There were 3 or 4 passengers in the vehicle. Nobody claimed ownership. So we asked the court to consider reducing it even further to a lower amount, perhaps $500 and $500 cash or surety bond, Judge. If the court is not inclined to do it.
I remember this.
Sorry, Judge.
No, I said, I remember this individual, and I know we reduced it one time. I was surprised that she was still here. She's been in custody for 93 days now. She's not been indicted.
I understand that, Your Honor. I mean, I understand what the court may have to do what it needs to do. I did tell defense counsel in my position is still that she was involved in an aggravated robbery, or she was with the people that were found to just have an aggravated robbery. My understanding though, Judge, is that it went to grand jury on April 30th. And now that I'm just seeing this, like this updated, so we just may not have a cause number, but it has been indicted.
Well, do you know if she has ties here in the valley? Does she have someplace to go, live here in the valley?
Judge, my understanding is she's from the Jim Wells, Alice area.
That's what I saw.
To my knowledge, she has no local ties, Judge.
So, and so
Okay.
Judge, it looks like she was indicted right at the 90 days then. On April 30th. We just don't have a cause number.
So do I have jurisdiction?
I would venture to say yes.
I would not tell you you don't have jurisdiction, but I would say maybe I would venture to stay out of it. No, I don't know. I mean, Judge, the bond's already at 2,500. I think it'll go in front of Judge Mario. Well, no, I don't know which court it'll get assigned to.
I don't know. She doesn't have any prior history here, so I don't know either.
No, not local. And she's got some misdemeanor arrests out of county, but nothing, no significant criminal history, Your Honor, but looks like she was just
I mean,
indicted on the mark.
I'll reduce it to $500 cash surety on each one, Gwen. I don't know if that'll even help. I mean, she's been in there 93 days. She hasn't made the $2,500 bond. Hopefully she'll get the cause number into court soon.
Yes, Judge. That 500, I will relay that information. I think that is very reasonable under the circumstances, Judge. Thank you very much.
And make sure you get some contact information for her with, because if she does make bond and she lives in Alice, she'll need to make sure she shows up for court. Maybe.
Yes, I do have her phone numbers out of county. Yes, Judge.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you,
Anything
Judge.
else?
May I be excused? That's all I have, Judge. May I be excused?
Yes, sir. Thank you. Have a good afternoon.
Thank you. You too, Judge.
David, you there? We're gonna call C 19. Yeah, they can go. I'm sorry.
Thank you, thank you. Yeah, we're trying to tell you that.
I'm sorry. We're gonna call C 1954-24-C, State of Texas versus Javon Wilson. Mr. Cantu, your client was housed out of county also for whatever reason. He was not brought in. I don't know if you've had a chance to confer with the state, if you want to proceed or. we can
Judge, I
reset
might
him.
have a recommendation that I would like to make is he was out on bond for DWI when he picked this up, but I was gonna recommend a PR bond with a drug patch.
Okay, Your Honor.
Is it just-
It's myself on behalf of Mr. Wilson. That sounds good. No objection. I will be in agreement to that, Your Honor.
He's just got that one possession charge, right?
Yes, Judge.
Can we go ahead and?
And it's
reduce
my
the bond?
understanding as well, Your Honor, that
It's a 3rd degree 1 to 4. It's just that he was out on bond and a DWI when it happened. So that's why I was recommending a drug patch.
Well, I'm gonna do, David, if you can relay this message to him, you have contact information for him? Because I know he's not from the valley, it looks like, but staying down here, I don't
he's
know.
been
why-
living here. Yeah, he's been living down here for years now, Your Honor. He came down here and I think he went to high school here and lives here,
Okay.
you know, now he's 22 years old. But originally he's from up northern states. I have his mom and dad's phone number who do live in the northern states. He lives here in Alamo with his stepmom and his half siblings.
Okay, we'll go ahead and reduce the bond to $2,500 PR. I'm also gonna order random UAs, David, so you make sure you let him know. The probation will contact him and be drug testing him regularly, so he needs to stay clean.
Okay. Will do, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right, good afternoon. Thank you,
Good afternoon.
Annalise.
Thank you, Judge. May I be excused?
Yes, thank you.
Thanks.